Anyway, move the camera here and get a shot of that edge. I don't know how well that shows up on camera. We've got her folded around pretty good there. Like I said, until we get to this corner here is going to be a little tricky, so I don't really have anything cut to clamp on the outside there. So we're going to have to just play with that a little bit, and then, like I said, we've got to come down this side here and bend that edge over, which should be pretty easy. But we'll come back the next day and have a look at what we did. I don't know if it's good, bad, right, or wrong, but we got her beat on there. Doesn't look too bad. We've got one spot. Don't know if it's going to show up on camera or not, but right here I got a little peak that I've got to try to work out. Otherwise, I have pretty good radius and return all the way around. We'll have to get in there and drill some little holes and put some brads in there. But I think we got our quarter panel on this side, and we got our handy shelf there bolted on the side, so we have a place to lay our tools. I might go and dig out her rear fender, her wing, whatever you want to call it, and stick it up in there and see how that looks. I'm not real keen on how the fender attaches anyway, so I'll have to have a look at that. But I think there's a piece of material that goes between the fender and the body here. We used to call it fender welt, sort of a little rolled piece of material, a round piece of material that just lays in that seam there and makes it look a little better. Yeah, we found a little green paint that's pretty close to what we're going to need, so couldn't stand it. Sprayed a little paint on there. Don't know why, just something to do. Anyway, dug out this rear fender, wing, mud guard, whatever you want to call it, and had an interesting deal there. Trying to figure out how the thing is mounted, and the mud guard has some holes in it. There's one there, one down here, one there. There's one in the side down there, but up here, there's no holes. So I don't know how that works. The only thing I could think is that somebody took this apart and then patched this and covered up the holes. I can't work out how this was mounted on there if there's no holes up here. This particular hole down here in this flat area lines up with this hole over here, and then it just looks like there's, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts that go around the circumference of the tub and hang that fender on there. That's, you know, just another puzzle, another part of what we got to figure out, and it's going to be tricky just like everything else, because at least we have this one hole over here to locate with, so we know where around the circumference it needs to go. But it'd be nice if we had at least 2 mounting holes and we could go from there. And I looked on the other side in the wheel tub, and there's no holes in it either. We figured out at least how to hold that fender in reasonably close proximity and stick it on there just to see what it would look like. We got a little pin lining up the hole back there and a pair of vice grips, and then we got a big pair of vice grips down here. I still can't figure out how this fender came off this car, because there's no mounting holes up under there, and I'm like, okay, maybe they patched the wheel tubs after they took the fender off, but the patches are on the inside. There should be some trace of the holes on the outside. I don't get it. It's just another puzzle here. But I'm going to assume that I'm going to have to do some studying first. If I can get some different clamps and get that thing clamped up in there. I mean, right now I only have that one point of reference back there, that hole, and we'll see if we can get her up into place. And there is a line on there where it was before, so we can kind of set the depth anyway and try to figure it out. It's just kind of puzzling. You know, they have all this inner fender and everything, and then that fender back there is just lapped over the inner fender panel, and all the dirt and debris and crap just would get thrown in between these two pieces. I suppose that's how things rust out. But there's even only one bolt hole there. You would think there'd be a row of bolts up that flat panel there. I don't get it. So maybe somebody out there in viewer land has some wisdom, can help us out there a little bit. I mean, we'll figure it out, but it's just another puzzle. We played around with our rear fender, rear wing, mud guard, splash apron, whatever you want to call it, a little bit, and we had to make a special clamp. We made another video, one of our other videos, you might see this deluxe clamp we made, but in order to hold that fender in place, we had to make up this pipe clamp, reach up underneath the fender and down over the top onto the splash apron to hold it in place, because there don't seem to be any mounting holes. Got a pair of long reach vice grips there at the bottom, but I think there's a line on the fender where it was mounted before, sort of a dirty mark, if you want to call it that. So we got a pretty good idea of where it needs to be tucked in and out. And we do have the two mounting holes there at the very back in the side of the splash apron. One goes into the fuel tank and one goes into the inner fender panel there, the wheel well. So we got those, and we've got the fender clamped up in there. We've got a bit of a gap there on the radius, but there's a piece of fender welt that goes in there to fill that gap. And you know, right now, just rough looking at it, it looks like that fender welt will fill that gap quite nicely. I think that welt is 1/4 inch or 5/16, pretty good size from what I've seen, and it'll fill in that gap nicely and make a nice transition between the side and the fender. So we've got to make another one of our spiffy clamps, and we could move that one to a little bit further back, and then put another one, you know, halfway around, really just to hold that thing in place. I don't know that we're going to mount the fender right now, but it's nice to be able to put things where they belong and see how they fit so that you don't get surprised later on. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to make some strips for the running board, and we'll show you those here in a minute. So we bought some aluminum strips. They're 1/8 by 1/2, I think, and we're going to mount them for ribs on our running boards. We've got 2 of them. The holes are already there. I think what we're going to do is put some probably 832 countersunk screws in there to hold them down. They're just for show. I mean, nobody's ever going to hopefully never going to stand on that running board. And you know, you can buy, I'm sure you can buy moldings that have pins in them or however they mounted the original ones, but you know, this is a backyard project after all, so these aluminum strips were pretty inexpensive, and the 832 countersunk screws are pretty inexpensive. Maybe we'll splurge and use stainless screws, and it looks like we need maybe 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 screws per strip, so that's not too bad. But then that'll finish out those running boards, and they should come out looking pretty good. We went ahead and made up another one of our spiffy little clamps, and got that fender stuck in place now. Looks pretty decent. I don't know, I'm gonna have to do some research, but I suspect that that this edge right here should be even with the edge of the running board. Don't know, maybe it needs to stick out a little farther. Don't know really what the spec is there. I'll have to have a look see. Maybe somebody out there knows how it should look. Don't know that that's real critical, but it may just need to be tucked in a little bit more at the bottom there. And then, like I said, we've got to get some fender welt and put around there anyway before we do the final install. But it's going to look pretty good. And in the meantime, we got a couple of little spiffy clamps, so it was a good day. We got a couple aluminum strips cut here, and got this one's just sitting there, but got this one screwed down with a couple little flathead screws, and we're going to polish them up a little bit with some steel wool, and I don't know, probably doesn't show up real good on the video with the silver on gray, but I think that'll work out pretty good. Maybe we put a little light on the subject. I think that'll work out okay. Look okay for us. Of course, paint these dark green to match the rest of the body. Those will show up really nice. There's not a lot of shiny stuff down the side of this car, so this will be a nice little piece of trim. I still have a little hole here I've got to weld up, and then I've got some Bondo work I got to do right here on the front. We'll get this other piece drilled and screwed down, and then we can send that running board over to the bodywork department, have them finish it up and put some green paint on it.